Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. I pray that you are having an amazing start to your Saturday. I pray that you have had a great week and that you are on your way to an amazing weekend. I don't know if your weekend will be 3 days or mine was actually 4. So, and so I just pray that all is well. Good morning, Nikita. Thank you so much for joining. God is so good and so worthy to be praised. Is all I can just say is thank you. Just thank you. When you sometimes when you look around and you see all the things that happened, could have happened, all you can just say is thank you. Lord, I thank you in the name of Jesus. And so you see what the title of this live feed is. This morning I can't talk, but that's all right. That is all right. Blessings, love the subject. Yes. Thank you so much. As I was talking to the Lord and preparing to come to the live, this is what he gave me. This is what he gave me. He said, stop telling. He said, tell my people. Stop telling your $1 million dream to $100 people. If I don't really say anything else, I've already said enough. One, because what you're talking about, what you're talking to them about, they cannot relate. So the words of encouragement, the dialogue, the masterminding, all the things that you need in order to get to where you're trying to go, they don't have it. They do not have it. So our environment, it is vital. The environment, it is vital. It is crucial on who you surround yourself with. Good morning, Princess. Thank you so much for joining. It is crucial. And see, a lot of us, we have got it mixed up and twisted because we said, that's my cousin and that's my auntie and that's Uncle Junebug and that's Uncle Bob and that's my mama and that's my daddy. But sometimes you're telling $1 million vision to $100 person and they will talk you out of it because they can't relate to what you're talking about. When you're trying to explain it to them, then you'll start back self-talking to yourself, and then you will talk yourself out of it. And one thing that Bob Proctor, he calls it is the buyer's remorse. Right when you get ready to buy it, right when you get ready to make the decision, right when you get ready to do the thing, then all of a sudden you change your mind because you've been talking to a big head hunter. Don't get mixed up in size and what it looked like when in the image. You got to look at what it looks like with the value. Oh, you're not going to talk to me this morning. Good morning, D. Thank you so much for joining. I know we like big-headed hunters, but I would take $1 million over $100 any day. So they do not understand what you're talking about. They don't understand where you're going. They don't understand why you moved the way you move, why you show up the way you show up. They do not understand what you're talking about. They don't understand where you're trying to go to. They think you crazy. Listen. They think you crazy. Now, how is it that that broke people think that you crazy, but they got all the sense, but they don't know how to make no money? It's that they crazy, but you broke. And you struggling to pay your bills. So it'll seem like if they had all the sense that they would at least know how to have more money to pay more than just paying their bills. It at least looked like they had money to, have transportation. But they say you crazy. But you got to ride. You crazy and you can pay your bills. You crazy, but you can do things for other people. You see how that works? So you got to be careful on telling your $1 million vision to a big head hunter person. That sound good. I like them big head hundreds. You can like big head hundreds. But you're not getting the value of your potential. You're not getting the value of where you can go. And you're going to let them talk you out of it because they can't see what you can't see. Can you imagine the Wright brothers as they were saying they were going to fly, and even their daddy telling them that they was going to go to hell for saying they were going to fly? And here we are flying all across the world. We in planes and jet planes, and we in 740. We in this and we in that, and we going all across the world. Only because they had an idea and they was talking to each other that believed in the same thing. Because if they would have listened at they saved daddy, they would have quit. Y'all got this real talk. This is real talk. You trying to tell just because that's your me mom. You trying to tell it to your mama. You tell it to your sisters and brothers. And you know, I've said before, you can't tell your whole dream to your half brothers and sisters. Preach, girl. That's what happened with Joseph. He wanted to tell his whole dream with his half brothers, and they did not like it. People won't like you, not because you're doing something to them, not because you said they're not going to do nothing. Good morning, Charlotte. Thank you so much for joining. People would not like you because of what you said you going to do for you. People would not like you because of what you're doing for you, because then they begin to think that you're more than they are. You begin to think that you somebody. You know, you begin to think, I guess you, y'all not going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to me. We got to get out of this perception that we got to tell stuff to folks that we close to that don't understand what we talking about. It's like when you talking to them about your $1 million dream and you talking to a big head 100 person, it's almost like you talking English and Spanish and we don't have no interpreter. We're not getting anything done because you don't know what I'm saying and I don't know what you saying, but we just moving our mouth. Good morning, Gwen. Thank you so much for joining. We got to get out of this perception to think that you can tell your dream because it's Big Mama and them. It don't matter if it's Big Mama. It don't matter if it's Sweet Mama. It don't matter if it's Boo and Bae, because sometimes even your sweetheart don't understand. They don't understand until you start bringing in the door and say, well, baby, I'm going to retire you. Then all of a sudden they can buy into your dream. My problem is still trying to tell some of the people those opinions shouldn't matter so much or dictate what I do. Baby, when you start telling them, get up out of my business. And when you start telling, see, you have a lot of people, Princess. You have a lot of people, they first want to know why you're doing what you're doing, but when they see you successful at what you did, they want to know how you do that, how you do it. They're going to go from why to how, because now that they see that it's working for you, now they want to try to copy, but they don't have the drive. They don't have the perseverance. And when somebody don't clutch into, when they don't latch into the vision, when the vision began, you know, you can't wait till the trend and came in and went out. Now you want to get in. Now you want to be a part. Now you want to join the team. Now you want to get in the program. The program is over. We said it was a limited time. You got to get in where you fit in and go where it's working, because it ain't going to always work, because we're going to be on to something else next time. We're not going to be on this same ride. So we have to get with people that think like we think. We got to get with people, not that they thinking exactly what we think, but you got to get around like-minded people that want to go somewhere, because you don't always need to be with like-minded people, because just like having like-mindedness, listen to me, just having like-mindedness, we both can be broke and have the same mindset. You broke and I'm broke. You tired and I'm tired. I don't have nothing and you don't have nothing. But you got to have a mindset with people that they want something. They going somewhere. They doing something. They know what they gonna bring. You can't wake up, sliding your feet, sitting back, sipping on coffee, hair still tied up, middle of the day. Tell me, I don't know what the day gonna bring. You gotta bring the day. When you are intentional on bringing your day. See, for me, I always map out my day in my mind. I know everything that I have to do on a daily basis. I map it out in my mind. And see, once it's in my mind, bam, 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 bam. And when it's in my mind, so I put it in my mind first. See, we have this cliche that says it's all in your head, but literally it's in your head. is in your head. Your dream is in your head. Literally, your breakthrough is in your head. Literally, your $1 million is in your head. It's not what you can do with your hands, but it's what you got in your head and what you got in your heart. And when you put them two together, it'll manifest itself into your life. But you got what you need already. You already got what you need. I'm fired up this morning because, see, I know what it is. We need productive people in our life. Yes, productive, value added, where they can help you make some money, and they ain't stopping you from getting some. You know, I was thinking last week, I said, use your mind to make your money. Use your mind to make your money. See, broke folks, that'll offend them. Broke folks that'll offend them. People that's not doing nothing, that would offend them. But for people that's doing the same thing, they know what it means. They know what it takes. They're willing to put in the grind. We don't have time to sit around complaining about what we don't have and what we can't do and who is not helping us. It's 7 billion people in the world. The 10 people that you say is close to you, your mama, your daddy, your sisters and your brothers, Poo-Poo and Tasha, your cousin and this and that, them people don't even matter, to be honest. You done base your, hold on, you done base your whole life of success on 10 people that ain't doing nothing. Hear me. You done base your whole life of success on people that are not doing anything. Not doing anything. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to explain nothing to them. You don't have to keep justifying. Good morning, Mary. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning, Camelia. Thank you so much for joining. You don't have to justify. You don't have to do none of that. You live your dream. And when you live your dream because you believe it, they'll start believing in it too. Want to know how you can help me, how I can get. But you got to have a goal. You got to have a target. You got to have it written down. It said write the vision and make it plain. It don't have to be all complicated and 1,000 steps. Excuse me. Good morning. When we're around the right people, we motivate each other. Iron sharpen iron. Yes. Good morning, Susan. And when you're around the right people, they may not even give you much, but inspiration, motivation, and empowerment. They may just put you in a whole nother space for you. You see them doing and you want to do. You ain't doing what they doing, but them doing encourages you to do. You hear me? Good morning, Erica. Thank you so much for joining. You need to because have you noticed when you around people that's talking slow and low and dragging their feet, you start talking like them, but you got to get away from them folks. I'm not saying don't spend no time, but your time got to be limited. I need somebody that's hyper. I need somebody, that's excited. I need somebody that's ready to get with it, to say, I'm down with it. I'll try at least some once. But you cannot walk with fearful and doubtful and complaining and negative folks and thinking you're going to make it somewhere positive. You are not going to be able to walk with people that don't believe in nothing, scared to try anything, won't take no risk, don't want to put in no money, don't want to put in no time, and think that we gonna win together. I need to be around people that's willing to invest some time, some money. I need to be around people that believe that they can. I may not know when, but I know it's gonna happen. I need some people to have visions, dreams, and goals, to say I'm working towards something. It may take me a little bit to get there, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm not letting you go until you bless me. I'm not letting you go until I get what I want. I'm not gonna let you go, because see, some of us, we will make one phone call, we would ask one time, we would do one thing, and then we will quit. You quit because you're around the wrong people. All you need is somebody to tell you it don't take all that. All you need is somebody to tell you, well, that's okay, you did your best. You ain't did your doggone best because you didn't call but 2 people. You didn't left 7 billion plus out there. Oh, come on now, somebody. Y'all not gonna talk to me. You need somebody, that's going to put some fire up under your feet. Say, you ain't did enough. Get your tail up. It is time for us to get moving and shaking so we can get this thing clack-a-lacking. Come on. That was a joke. But at the same time, I am so serious. Your environment will make a difference in your movements. Your environment will make a difference in how you feel about a situation. But if you're around negative people that always tell you that ain't gonna work, that ain't gonna never work, that didn't work for my cousin, I know somebody else tried that didn't work. And when it don't look like work to them, see, I work so hard and I work so smart that it don't look like work at all. Where people feel like what I do is not work, but the people that I work for ain't paying me for free. Boom, baby. They like what I do and how I do it. You don't have to look like what you doing. You don't have to sprinkle dust on yourself and get dirty to say that you didn't work. I didn't work because I'm working mentally. I have worked because I'm working physically. I have worked because I showed up to work. And if all you needed from me is what I had in my head, I don't have to do nothing to physically feel like I need to go move some stuff to make you feel like I have worked. So stop letting people talk you out of what's your next. Don't let them talk you out of it. Don't let them talk you out of it. And see, like this conversation here, I have these conversations with myself. You know, I got a goal, and yesterday I was doing something that I just I was like, and I just kept saying Mac, baby, Mac, 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 and every time I said Mac, it put a prep in my step, and I got even, I was excited to do it because I gotta get the Mac. You got to have a goal. Yes, this is so true. You don't put it in unless we really want it. And people who support it, encourage it, yes. But we got to make sure we're talking to the right people that's sitting in the right seat. They got the right mindset. They're letting the right words come up out their mouth. Because I don't need negative folks in my environment, in my space. I don't need those that feel like what I'm dreaming got something to do with them. What I want ain't got nothing to do with you. So why are you trying to talk me out of it? You done did a good job at talking yourself out of not doing what you said you was going to do. And you ain't got to tell me you didn't talk yourself out of it because you haven't did it. I know people that has been doing the same thing for 10 to 15 years, that you gonna finish this and I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna start this. When? Because the time is always now. You don't know how much time you have ahead of you, and you definitely can't count the time that you got behind you. So when you gonna do it? Stop telling your dreams to dead folks. Stop telling your dreams to negative folks. Stop telling your dreams to hating folks and jealous folks and envious folks. They don't care if you make it or don't. They don't care what you're doing. And we just got to have somebody to talk to. I got to just tell somebody. You ain't got to tell nobody. You tell yourself. I show folks. I ain't got to tell you nothing. I don't have to give you no long drawn explanation as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it because I want to. That's good enough for me. And when you want me to show you how I do what I do, we can talk about that. But don't ask me why I do what I do. For me. We got to get it. We got to get it. We got to stop sitting back, allowing life to pass us by because of the people that we have in our close circle. Your circle is important. Your circle is vital. Your circle got to be valuable. You need people that's going to build you up and not tear you down. You need people that's going to help build your dream and not tear your dreams down. Good morning, Mother Webbs. Thank you so much for joining. You need people that going to tell you you can, even if they don't believe you can. But you need to believe what I believe. I need you encouraging me. I don't need you around me telling me that ain't possible. That's not going to work. Nobody going to do that. Nobody want that. You know what? Let me help you out. If you didn't ever been through anything in your life, I guarantee you somebody need what you have. Because you can stop them from going through what you went through, or you can decrease the time that they have to go through it. You don't have to have no special gifts and talents. All you got to have is a testimony. All you got to have is an experience. And if it happened to you, you can help other people that it's happening to. You can help them recover. You can help them rebuild. You can help them tear down. You can help them move on. You can help them get in. You can help them. So don't tell me you don't have anything. You have something. You're sharing it with the wrong people. You better stop talking to them big head 100 folks and get in the $1 Million Club. Talk to people that's going where you're going, doing what you're doing, like what you like. And it may not be the same color. It may not be the same shape, but you know it got the same value. Good morning, Dr. Simeon. Thank you so much for joining. It has value. Good morning, Linda. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning, my angel sister. May God bless you and your family. In the mighty name of Jesus, send his angels watch over you and all your family in the blood of Jesus. I love you with all my heart. Thank you so much, Linda. God bless you. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. So we have to be mindful on what we talking to people about. There's always a little leaven hanging around. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. So we have to be sure that we're talking to the right people. Don't tell your $1 million dream to big head 100 people because the head on their bill look big, but it is not more valuable. It does not have more value than that $1 million. You telling your dreams to people that don't understand. They cannot relate. They have the space because they got the space. So sometimes it's our family and it's our close friends that they don't understand because they figure you have people. You have people that think that you should be doing more of what they want you to do versus the things that you need to do to get to that $1 million. Listen to me. Listen, this is not to be funny, but they want you. They feel like if we can have, and sometimes it's your boo, it's your bae, because they think we can just lay here and have one more kiss. They think we can just lay here and watch one more show. They thinking we can just lay here and watch one more movie, have one more round. No, boo, this segment is over. It's time for us to grind because you cannot lay there all day doing nothing and thinking you're going to get to where you're trying to go. You cannot lay there speaking to people that have $100 mind. It don't take much to make $100. You can get $100 in a few seconds. You really can. So it doesn't take the same effort to get 100 than it does $1 million. So we can't do the same thing. So if we're not on the same path, if we're not running the same race, if we're not after the same thing, our goals and our daily habits are not going to be the same. Our speech is not going to be the same. Our mindset is not going to be the same. Therefore, our conversations cannot be the same. And you can evaluate people without letting them know you evaluating. You can look at what they do every day. If they in the bed, half of the day is gone, you already know they ain't trying to get nothing because you're going to have to seek him early. That's right. It's often the closest people. It's almost all the time the closest people because the ones, princess, that's not close to us, we ain't paying them no attention anyway. It's the people that you said love us, that we said love us, and they should be there for us. And it's those people that we let hurt our feelings. It's those people that we think that should be happy for us, should be proud of us, should be excited for us. They ain't excited because the word lets us know that a friend will stick closer to you than a brother because Jesus knew. James wasn't hitting on nothing. James didn't believe Jesus was who he was until Jesus was gone. And that's when people want to parade you. That's when people want to give you your flowers. That's right. That's when they want to say how good you was. But they never had the nerves to tell you, girl, you got it going on. Can you show me? I ain't trying to do what you do. I'm not trying to duplicate you. I'm not trying to clone you. But God dog it, can you show me what you doing so I can not work so hard? I shouldn't have to work from this and that and the other. And I'm doing this and I'm doing that. That's all right temporarily. I've been doing this little temporary gig. I got a goal, but this is what I told myself. I can't do a temporary gig full time. That is not for me. I need to be paid on what I'm doing based on the value that I know that I have and be done with it. Stop undervaluing yourself. We working all these jobs because we're not charging the value that we giving all our time to on our main job. Come on now. You got to hear me. Good morning, Arlene. Thank you so much for joining. We think we got to spread it out because we've seen somebody else spread it out. We go to our 7 to 3, then we go to our 3 to 11, then we trying to do 11 to 3 over in the morning. When do you sleep? You got to say that, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to charge my value. I'm going to do what I'm purposed to do. I'm going to do what I love to do, and it won't feel like I'm doing nothing at all. Listen, I tell myself if I'm going to love my life and I'm going to live, I love my life and I'm going to live the life that I love. I would not live a life of regret because I'm trying to live a life that's trying to please the big head 100 people. They not in the $1 million club. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You can talk to them about what you talk to them about, but you don't need to talk to them about business. Good morning, Carlos. Thank you so much for joining. You don't need to talk to them about business. They can't even give you real advice. They cannot even mastermind with you on the things that you're trying to solve. They can't help you with no strategies. They can't give you no vision, no mission. They don't have no plan in place. They don't have an idea on where you even going to start. So why are you wasting your time? It's almost like when we sit around because we figure, I don't have no circle and I don't have no group and I don't have no work. So I'm just going to talk to my kids. They talking to you, but you're making them grow up, but you dumbing down. Oh, y'all not going to like me this morning. You're not going to like me this morning. They understand you building them up, but that's okay. That's good to build them up. That's good to be a good example for them. But you need somebody because they can't pour into you like you can pour into them because you have the experience that they don't. That's just like the $1 million person trying to get advice from the $100 person. You have already far surpassed. Not that you're better, but it's just the truth. How is it that you can help them, but they can't help you? Listen, you can be an influence to them, but over time, they are not an influence to you. And if you keep pouring out and you're never taking anything in, guess what? That place where they are is where you will be, because you always got to be on this roller coaster of learning. You got to be in the place of hills and valleys. A lot of us, we want to get on top of the mountaintop and we stay up there in our victory praise and we stay up there parading about what we did. Some of us stay in victory too long. You did that 5 years ago. What you doing today? You want to talk about what you was and what you did and this and that. Where are you today? What are you doing today? What are you doing? Good morning, Lacreta. Thank you so much for joining. What are you doing today to be better? What is the 1%? What is the thing you're working on? What is the goal for today? You can't keep on parading that you got a certification 10 years ago. Because see, in the midst of COVID, in the midst of this pandemic, some of these things that we learned and we knew that we thought was going to be around forever, they obsolete. You didn't have people. They had a great manual environment. They had a great manual or physical place where they was able to do what they do. But now some of them same people, they're trying to do things in a technical way. Yes, you have to share with people who are above with yes. You're gonna have to have a combination of both. I remember one time they had some work that they were doing. They built some up, and I'm paraphrasing it, but they was building some apartments. They built some apartments, and so somebody said, well, you should put all these apartments in one place. But see, that give the people nothing to look forward to. So they kind of mixed it up. They mixed low income with middle income, and then some with high income. Because see, when you can see it, you can be it. But if all you see is what you see, if you only sitting around people that's complaining and negative and not doing anything positive, if you only talking to people that are not trying to do nothing, be nothing, have nothing, guess what? Eventually, you gonna sound like what it looked like. You gonna continue to do what they have been doing. But when you start getting around people telling you that it's possible, when they start telling you that they started their business with $52 or $100, when they tell you that they had to go and they started with Vistaprint before they had a media kit, before they had a one-page or a speaker sheet, before they had a website, before they had business cards and backdrops, before they was able to drop it like it's hot, because now they can do what they do before they can do what they do versus doing what they only could, but they can do what they want to. You gonna have to be around people to tell you it's possible, because just knowing that it's possible through them and knowing that he is no respecter of person, that if he did it for one, that he'll do it for another. But if you're around people to tell you that it's not possible, and if and their life look like it ain't possible, and they're old and they're up in age, and it don't feel like possible, you gonna start thinking that maybe it won't work. It didn't work for them, so it's not gonna. I need to be around people that it worked for. I need to be around people that's working for it. That's saying that this right here, I ain't leaving here until this happen. I'm not gonna leave here until this happen. I am not leaving off the face of this earth until X, Y, Z and happen, because I know who I'm with. I know who is with me. I have, you can say, my circle is phenomenal. My circle is phenomenal. You don't need people that we're jealous of each other because you had a win. Let's celebrate the win. Because see, if you can't be happy for other people, do you know the one above, he figured, well, if it makes you that miserable, you may not need to have this. You may not need to be able to do this. You may not be able to do this, and you may not do, but you need to be around people that say, get it, girl, get it. I'm telling you, it's working. It's working out for you. And not just saying words out of your mouth, but you believe it. You believe it. As in one of my groups that I'm in with Mary Morsi, she called it having partners in believing. You got to have partners in believing. Somebody that's going to be positive with you. Somebody that you can talk about it with. That they're not going to look at you crazy because you got a dream that they can't see the end to. Come on now, somebody. What you make happen for others, God would always make happen for you. But see, a lot of time we get ourselves centered around the thing that we want. But see, we should have our mind centered around serving. And when you serve, you have what you want. We are trying to think about the thing instead of us trying to think about how we can help other people to get their thing. You help other people, God will help you. So look, I'm fired up. I'm excited. I'm excited. You got to have your goal in front of you. So today when I do my endeavor, all I'm thinking about is my Mac. I want a Mac. That may be crazy for you. I don't care. I got a laptop. I got an iPad. I want a Mac. And it may be crazy for you. Figure, well, this and this. No, you can think what you want to think. But at the end of the day, we gonna do what we do, and it's gonna start with my head. I can see myself on it. I can feel myself hitting buttons. I can feel myself probably getting a little frustrated because I know it's different from my laptop. But you know what? We gonna work that thing out. Excuse me. We are going to work it out. We're going to work it out. We're going to work it out. We're going to work it out. So you have to get the image in your head. Get the image in your head. Because see, with no vision written down, and no image in your head, you ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna keep looking at what you're gonna keep looking at what you've been looking at, and you're gonna keep getting what you get. Energize, love it. Go get your Mac. I'm going to get my Mac. Every time I Mac, honey, Mac. I'm going to get my Mac. See, you got to have it up here. Because you'll forget about what you said you want. And you'll let people talk about it. They'll tell you, you already got a laptop. You got an iPad, this and that. You got this. Mind your business. Mind your business. I see that Mac for you. Come on in agreement, baby. We're going to have us a Mac. We gonna do it. We're going to do it. But it's going to take hard work. It's going to take hard work. And see, some people, the first place you want to go is to your savings to go and get something new that you want. That ain't the way that works. If you want something new, you work harder. You work new to go get it. You don't go get something out of the old pile. You're going to have to go and start a new pile to get what you want. And based on how you work it, that determines if you really want it. If you figure, well, nah, I ain't going to do that. Well, if you choice about what you would do that we know that is right and lining up with the will and the word of God, if that makes you determine you don't want to do it, you don't really want it. Because the book that I read says if you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you do not eat. So God bless you. I'm getting ready to get out of here, get my day started. I'm excited. And I have a Mac in mind with my Mac on my mind and my mind on my Mac. It's going to encourage me to do it. You ain't got time to be talking about you tired. We got to get a Mac. You ain't got time to be talking about that. We get tired and broke. We get tired and don't have what we want. We got to stop having dreams and wishes and start manifesting these things into our lives. God bless you. And I pray that you have an amazing day.